So today I'm going to show you how to set a twist on your handspun yarn. Setting a twist on your handspun yarn is important because it helps keep the structure of the yarn and it helps even out your spinning. So if you have really tightly spun areas and really loosely spun areas, it sort of balances those out and makes a more even yarn. It also stops the yarn from coiling when you're knitting with it. So an unwashed yarn, when you knit with it, will tend to get everywhere and tangle on itself. But if you set it before you use it, it's much easier to knit with. So I've just skeined up my handspun into a hank, and I'm just going to put it in some warm soapy water. And obviously not too hot because you don't want to fell the fibre. And washing your handspun is actually a good idea anyway, because as you work on it, obviously you've got dust and you've got grease from your own hands getting into the fibre. So it just gets a bit clean too. So just a squirt. I'm just using shampoo that I use on my own hair, but you can use wool wash or wool soap as well. So yeah, just a bit of warm water, and all I do is gently soak the yarn, make sure that it soaks up all the water, and you can see already like the water is changing colour, so obviously this is a bit of a grubby skein. Okay. So that's all soaked up with water, and I'll just leave for about half an hour to sit and soak. Okay, so skein's been soaking for about half an hour, and now I'm going to give it a rinse. And I rinse it in not really cold water, but fairly cold water, because I don't want to suddenly change the temperature. So I don't want to go from cold to warm or hot or anything like that. So just give it a quick rinse. Oops. It's hard to do things one-handed while holding the camera. Okay, so rinse and gently squeeze the water out of it. And okay. So I'm just going to give it another squeeze because it's got a bit of, and it's dripping very wet. So I'm unravelling my skein, and so I've got it in the whole hank, and what I'm going to do now is called flacking, and this is the messy part because it sprays water everywhere, and well, it sprays water everywhere. So I'm going to close my eyes while I flack this because I quite often actually spray myself in the face. So here we go. Yep. I suggest you do this in a place where it doesn't really matter, like the bathroom. So just a few flacks, and I might turn it around and do the other side. So basically this is setting the twist really nicely in this yarn, and also getting rid of the extra water. And what you can do, if it's still fairly wet, you can twist it up and fold it up and then wring it out. And I'll just get rid of any extra water. So now we are ready to dry our yarn. So yeah, you can dry your yarn in multiple places. Yeah, in the sun is a good idea if you've got it. I found in the past a really good place to hang yarn is over the top of a fireplace or in front of a fireplace if you have a log burner. But inside on a clothes rack, under a heat pump, or yeah, your washing line. is a good way. And what you might want to do is turn your yarn, because when it's hanging like this, the water tends to pull at the bottom and will drip, and the rest of the skein will dry really nicely. So about halfway through I would turn it around, and you can squeeze the excess water out as well. But yeah, that's how you twist a new yarn. As you can see, it looks pretty even and isn't coiling on itself, and the yarn is nice and round. Yeah, and ready to knit. So just let it dry completely, and yeah, your yarn is ready to knit with.